I don't think I've seen anything like it since Messi.
He's the chosen one.
Yeah.
He's the chosen one after Messi.
The best player in the world right now is Lamine Yamal.
I think he's the best player in the world, to be honest.
The 17-year-old, I think, is doing things that no other 17-year-old's ever done in football. I think at the moment, I don't know if there's anyone more exciting to go to the stadium and watch right now.
This is how Lamine Yamal actually beats defenders, step by step. Before we even touch a ball, we need to talk about something most players completely ignore. Watch Yamal receive the ball, and you'll notice something immediately. His body is never square to the defender. Never. He's always got his hips open, shoulders positioned at an angle, and his head is constantly scanning. This is what separates good wingers from elite ones. When you receive the ball with your body already open, you can see the entire pitch. You've got 3 or 4 passing options in your vision before you even control it. Yamal does this religiously. His first touch isn't just about control, it's about setting up his next 2 moves. Here's what you need to drill. Every single time you're about to receive the ball, check your shoulder twice. Once when the ball's coming toward the passer, once just before it arrives. This gives you a mental picture of where everyone is. Defenders behind you, teammates making runs, space opening up. Yamal's processing all of this in milliseconds, and you need to as well. And this next part is crucial. When you take that first touch, use the inside of your foot to push the ball across your body, not straight ahead. This immediately puts you in a position to accelerate in multiple directions. Defenders hate this because they can't commit to one side. Now let's talk about what makes everyone lose their minds. That move. You know the one. Yamal gets the ball on the right wing. He's 1 versus 1 with the fullback, and suddenly the defender's on the floor wondering what just happened. It's called the La Croqueta, but Yamal's version is different. Most players do it too slowly. They telegraph it. Yamal does it at absolutely blistering pace, and the key is in the setup. He approaches the defender at about 70% speed. Not sprinting, not jogging. This is vital because it makes the defender think they've got time to make a decision. Then about 2 meters away, he drops his shoulder to the outside. The defender's brain screams that he's going down the line. Their weight shifts, and that's when Yamal strikes. 1 touch with the outside of his right foot. The ball goes about 30 centimeters to the right. The defender commits. Then instantly, he drags it back across with his left foot, and he's gone. The whole thing takes less than a second. But here's what you're probably doing wrong when you try this. You're doing the 2 touches too slowly. They need to be bang, bang, almost simultaneous. And the second touch needs to be harder than the first. That acceleration is what kills defenders. Practice this against a cone or a wall. Outside of the right foot, inside of the left, accelerate. Do it 50 times with your right, 50 with your left. Every single day, for a week, and watch what happens to your game. This is where it gets really interesting, because Yamal's football brain is what actually makes him special. The skills are beautiful, but his decision-making is what makes him unplayable. Watch him in the final third and count how many times he slows down the play. It's constant. He gets the ball. Everyone expects him to sprint at the defender immediately, but he doesn't. He takes 2 touches backwards, lets the defense set, scans again, and then explodes. Why does he do this? Because he's manipulating the defensive line. When he slows down, defenders relax for a split second. Their heels touch the ground. Their weight isn't on their toes anymore. And that's when he attacks the space with maximum speed. The difference between a defender who's set and one who's slightly off balance is absolutely massive. You need to start recognizing these moments. When you receive the ball wide, don't just put your head down and run. Take 1 second, literally 1 second. Look at the fullback's feet. Are they planted? Attack. Are they moving backwards? Take another touch and wait. This pause is what creates the chaos. And here's something else Yamal does that's absolutely genius. He attacks the defender's front foot. Always. If the defender's left foot is slightly forward, he goes at that side. Why? Because it takes the defender longer to turn and recover when you beat them on their front foot side. It's tiny margins, but these are the things that turn you from average to exceptional. Right, this is where most wingers fall apart. You've beaten your man, you're in the final third, you've got teammates in the box, and you panic. You smash it across the 6-yard box, and it goes out for a throw-in. Yamal almost never does this. His assist numbers are ridiculous for his age, and it's because he's mastered one simple concept: cutbacks. Forget whipping balls to the back post every time. Yamal's favorite pass is the cutback to the edge of the box. Why? Because that's where the space is. When you drive to the byline, defenders are watching you and the striker. Nobody's watching the midfielder arriving late at the penalty spot. That's the killer ball. The technique is simple, but you need to practice it. As you're running with the ball toward the byline, take a touch slightly behind you with your stronger foot. This creates the space to pull the ball back. Then use the inside of your foot, not your laces, and drill it across the grass to the penalty spot. Keep it low, keep it hard, and make sure it's 2 meters in front of the 18-yard line. Yamal completes this pass at an absurd rate because he's rehearsed it 10,000 times. Your homework is to practice this until it's automatic. Cone on the byline, cone at the penalty spot, make the run, execute the cutback. 100 repetitions minimum. This is the secret that nobody talks about. What Yamal does without the ball is just as important as what he does with it. Elite wingers don't just stand on the touchline waiting. They're constantly moving, constantly creating problems. Yamal has this pattern he repeats probably 20 times a game. He starts wide, then as the ball's on the opposite side of the pitch, he drifts inside about 10 meters. The fullback has a choice: follow him and leave space on the wing, or stay wide and let him receive centrally. Either way, space opens up. If the fullback follows him inside, Yamal spins and sprints back out wide, calling for the ball in acres of space. If the fullback stays wide, Yamal receives centrally, and suddenly he's running at center backs who absolutely hate dealing with wingers. You need to develop this habit. Never stand still when your team has the ball. If you're on the right wing and the ball's on the left, drift inside. Make the defender make a decision, then attack the space they leave. This movement is what creates 1-versus-1 situations, and 1-versus-1 is where you destroy teams. Let's talk about something that doesn't show up in highlight reels, but is absolutely crucial. Yamal's mentality is different. He's fearless. He's 17 years old, playing against defenders who've been in the game for 15 years, and he's demanding the ball in pressure situations. You need this same mentality. When your team's losing and everyone's panicking, that's when you need to want the ball more, not less. Yamal actively asks for it in tight spaces because he backs himself. If you don't have that confidence, you need to build it. Start small. In training, in 5-a-side games, force yourself to ask for the ball in situations that scare you. Tight spaces, when you're marked, when the game's intense. Do it badly at first. Lose the ball. Get tackled. It doesn't matter. You're building scar tissue. You're teaching your brain that these situations aren't dangerous, they're opportunities. Yamal's been doing this since he was 12 years old at Lamine. He's accumulated thousands of hours of being uncomfortable with the ball. That's why nothing phases him now. Right? Let's bring this all together because you need to understand something important. Yamal isn't just skills and tricks. He's a complete winger, and that means he works defensively too. Watch him when his team loses the ball. Immediate pressure. He doesn't jog back. He sprints at whoever's got the ball. Why? Because the best time to win it back is in the first 5 seconds. If you press immediately, the opponent hasn't had time to look up to find a pass to set their team. You can force a mistake, and when he can't win it back, he tracks his fullback religiously. He's 17, and he's putting in the defensive work of a seasoned professional. This is non-negotiable if you want to play at a high level. Coaches don't care how good your stepovers are if you're leaving your left back 2-versus-1 every time there's a counterattack. Make a rule for yourself. Every time your team loses the ball, you press for 5 seconds at absolute maximum intensity. If you don't win it, recover into your defensive position. Do this every single time and watch how quickly coaches notice you. All right, you've got all the information. Now here's exactly how you train to play like Yamal. This is your weekly plan. Monday, ball mastery. 50 la croquetas each foot. 50 stop and go moves. 50 body feints. Focus on speed of execution. Tuesday, crossing and cutbacks. 100 repetitions. Mix of driven cutbacks and whipped crosses. Track your success rate. Wednesday, 1 versus 1 situations. Find a teammate or use cones. 10 minutes of pure attacking. Focus on body, positioning, and shoulder checks. Thursday, movement patterns. Work on drifting inside and spinning out wide. Do this for 20 minutes, visualizing game situations. Friday, mentality training. Small-sided games where you force yourself to demand the ball in tight situations. Embrace mistakes. Saturday, match day. Implement everything. Sunday, rest and video analysis. Watch Yamal compilations. Study his movement, his decisions, his positioning. Stick to this for 3 months and you won't recognize your own game. Look, Lamine Yamal is special, but special doesn't mean unreachable. Every move he makes, every decision, every piece of skill can be broken down and learned. The difference between you and him right now isn't talent, it's repetition. It's 10,000 hours of doing these things until they're automatic. So get out there and start putting in the work. Your opponents won't know what hit them.